Good morning, guys.
What do you guys argue about with your partner?
Okay, so we are going to do our little peel. Thomas Roth, what do you think? Because they wanted us to have skin in the game, you know? We're here with this guy. So we've got some exciting news. Exciting news?
I'm younger than I thought.
So we just closed on our house. But I want to share some tips and tricks with you guys about that later on. But we're on our way to soccer. Stay to the end and I'll give you some real numbers and break it down for you.
I didn't be on soccer, but my friend
So this last purchase is a little uneventful. I don't know why. Oh, because, you know, the loan officer, he was just like giving us a runaround. But definitely, I think if you choose to have an impound account, helps things run a little more smoothly. I think banks are eager because there's less risk. Like back in 2008, I remember we had this big old house. It was so pretty. In the Bay Area, it was like on the side of the hill, overlooked the whole bay. We ended up losing that house. But it was like when taxes came up, it was like we had to come up with what? Like $10,000, and we had like a balloon payment. Like it was not a good loan. So definitely do your research. And I would say I like impound accounts. Now my friend will say no, pay your insurance up front. You pay less cost, less interest. Is that true? You pay it every year up front? That might be true, but I just like no-brain type of loans where one payment is your taxes, insurance. You don't have to worry about going into default with taxes or with your insurance. It just makes it a lot easier. And I think lenders like loaning to impound accounts. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
But it's probably one of our best income. Okay, guys, Cleveland is the bomb. If you're from the Bay Area or you're used to being around water, you will love Cleveland. So right here, I'm going to show you the house. And this was my honest reaction when I walked inside. And this is exactly how you should sound and feel when you like a property. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's on a brick-lined street. It has a few different floors, an attic, a basement. When you first walk in, it has these cute columns. There's like a little foyer. They call it a dining room, but it's too small for a dining room. But I guess you could put a table there. Then there's the living room. And you have a basic bathroom. But what I liked most was this kitchen. I mean, the kitchen is so big. It's perfect. I've had a lot of apartments in my life. That's a second bedroom. I've rented a lot of places, and the best part about this one is each unit has a walk-in pantry. As a mother of 8, I love to give my tenants a walk-in pantry. I just think that is so clutch. So that was the downstairs unit. Then there's a full basement, and then there's the upstairs, which mimics the downstairs, except there's just one subtle difference I'll show you. So the hall could use a touch-up paint refresh, but okay, remember the first duplex we bought, what the common hallway looked like, that ugly blue color, and then we painted it this like pewter color mixed with Swiss coffee. So a fresh coat of paint can do wonders, but this place doesn't need too much touch-up. You see that little first room right there? They call that a dining room, but it's kind of just like a foyer. This is the bedroom. But I think for the upstairs unit, they could use it as a little dining room because it's off the porch instead of being off the front door. So it kind of makes it more apropos. But cute little porch, cute little street, nice tree-lined street. The carpet needs to be replaced. Ideally, we would put laminate flooring, but I don't know if we have the budget to replace both units with laminate flooring. But nice size kitchen and nice size little back porch. You could even put a table. Love this little property. But it's probably one of our best income properties we've ever purchased.
It definitely is.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. So we're gonna go back east in a few weeks. We're gonna take everything out of the other duplex in Buffalo, and so that we can rent out both units, because right now we only have one unit rented. So we're pretty much a little upside down with that house until we get the
other unit rented. But so when we go, it won't be like a pleasure trip. It's gonna be like all work, and we're gonna have the kids with us, so it's gonna be interesting.
Daddy.
You know what I want to ask you guys? First of all, I'm eating macaroni and cheese and albondigas. But what do you guys argue about with your partner? See, he doesn't drink and he doesn't dance. I like to drink and I like to dance. So when I think of something that's fun to do or that's exhilarating to me, it won't really resonate with him, you know? So then we don't end up doing a lot of quality time together. It's more focused on like taking their kids to their events, kids' doctor's appointments. We do DIY projects, but so when I bring it up, he's like, it's like I'm forcing him to do it, you know? Like there's this like winery event out here, like a wine tour with the winery, which I didn't even want to ask him to go to me with it because he'll be like, ah. But then when I brought it up and I said, I'm scared to even ask you to go to this with me, he was like, I would go. We just don't see eye to eye on a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not enough to like call the firing squad or anything, but there's some issues. I've been married 30 years and I don't know. Okay, so while I do my Thomas Roth peel, I'm going to tell you about the numbers. So remember in one of the videos, I was like, oh, I want to get a beach house. I need to, or not a beach house. I wish a lake house. I need to save 30,000. And then my husband said, no, that ain't happening. And I mean, I would like to say that I'm alpha, but I'm quiet around him. You know what I mean? Like I let him call the shots at the end of the day, unless I'm really passionate about it. And I was kind of like, well, my common sense kicked in, and I was like, well, the beach house would be for our pleasure. We wouldn't really get a return on it. You know what I'm saying? We'd just be paying a mortgage out. So we changed our plan to where we saved 30,000, invested in this property, and we're going to try to double our money. So let me show you what that looks like. So in Cleveland, you can get a duplex for under 150,000. Our max was 150,000, but we ended up putting more than 10% down. We ended up putting 20% down. So if we did the math, the house was 129,000, right? But there was another offer on it, and we really wanted it, so we offered 135.5. This is the first time we've ever offered like way over asking, but we offered that, so we got it. It was a foreclosure. So I feel like foreclosures are usually like good deals, and the house had like everything done. Had AC. I hope the inspector says the AC works. I hope it works. Central AC, which is like rare. It was all it needed was like new flooring, in our opinion. Okay. So but they wanted us to put 20% down, the bank, because they wanted us to have skin in the game. We were going to put 10% down. So 135.5 times 20% plus closing costs end up being like 35,000. So we had to save that. Now, mind you, I had only saved 30,000. So if you're like me and you don't want to like tap into all your 401k and you're not that good at saving and you're kind of stretched out, because I have a daughter who's in college that costs us a lot of money too. I have 2 kids in college, by the way. But so we needed 5,000. So I borrowed 2,000 from my sister and my dad gave me 2,000. So then we came up with 31,000, and the other 4 my dad gave us 2 and I borrowed 2 from my sister. We borrowed 2 from my sister. So you can do it, you guys. So now our mortgage with taxes and insurance, right? Our mortgage payment, including taxes and insurance, is only going to be about $1,000 a month. We didn't get a great interest rate. Okay, I'm not going to get into that, but our mortgage payment plus taxes and insurance is going to be about $1,000 a month. There's 2 units. We want to rent out each unit for about $900 a month. So $900 a month times 2 is $1,800, right? Then maybe we'll spend, $150 on a property manager. So 1,800 minus 150 is what? $1,650. So if our mortgage is about $1,000, we'll make $650 in cash flow with the property. So that's why I listened to him when he said, no, we're going to do duplex out of state. We're not going to buy a lake house because we want these numbers to make sense. You know, I'm going to let this sit for 10 minutes. And it's not even a BR. Look how dirty this is. You know what it is? Because I put this like brown stuff in my hair to make my hair look fuller and like sprinkles on my face throughout the day. But if you go inside these little packets, there's glycolic acid at the bottom. But anyways, what was I saying? What was I talking about? But yeah, so the lake house, we would have just been paying the mortgage and it needed so much renovation. But this isn't actually a BRRRR situation because which is buy, rehab, refinance, rent, repeat. It's more just like a buy, rent, repeat because it doesn't really need that much work. I mean, even if we were to replace the floors with laminate flooring, it's not going to bring up the equity that much, the value. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to like, I got to do some research. If you guys have any ideas on how I can get more equity out of the place, you saw the little video, the little 2-minute video. Give me some ideas. But yeah, I'm going to let this sit on my face for 10 minutes. You guys can do this too. Okay, you guys can save up a little money, get yourself some income property. Even if you want to live in one unit and rent out the other one, you have your tenant pay your mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be smart nowadays. Don't give it all to the landlord because we used to rent a house in San Francisco and pay $6,500 a month for years. We were tripping. We definitely have, since we moved to Central California, we've been able to buy a fixer-upper, a duplex in New York, a duplex in Cleveland, and pay for our current mortgage here in California. So a win is a win.